Hello, my name is Kat, and this is my spiritual journey. So, what do we need to know for today? This has been such a rough Friday the 13th. Usually, I love it. What do we need to know? Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Overkill is still deadly. Yeah. Ten of Swords isn't fun. It's like... And what's interesting is it's a zombie, so it's like, the Ten of Swords are like all on his back. It's like the ultimate ending, but it's like not even truly. It's like the ending that has no ending. It's like being in a state of everlasting sadness, or just like a pain that will never end. The Ace of Swords, the first cut is the deepest. Oh, like that song. Ugh. Five of Wands. Feels like you get some sort of clarity about a conflict. And why moving on was required. Now it's time to heal with the Four of Swords. It says, rest is not peace. So while you're in the state of resting and healing, it might still feel like it's not really doing any good. And then if you see the swords are right above this zombie, it's like waiting for the pain to come back to relive the swords, like with the Ten of Swords, like just waiting to relive that pain again. It's like giving you having that moment of healing, and then all of a sudden the pain comes again. It's like a continuous pain in waves, like trying to catch your breath, and you just can't. A lot of anxiety. Whoa. The way that card flipped was crazy. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse. Usually for me, the Emperor in reverse is kind of like narcissistic vibes, or somebody abusing their power, or it could even be like maybe somebody knows you're in pain and they're happy about it. Like they want you to be in pain. They want you to suffer, is what it feels like. It's like all I can think of is like stabbing you and then turning that knife. Like they want you to feel pain. They're happy that you're feeling pain. But justice is coming. So after all of these feelings and this, trying to heal from the situation, which feels like this feels really rowdy. It feels like it's going to take a significant amount of time and healing to get past this. But it's crazy too. In this Justice card, usually it's like a feather and a heart, or for the mind versus the heart or whatever. In this, it's like she's holding the sword, and in the scales, there's like a head and a hand. It feels like trying to be logical is about the whole situation is maybe the key to the healing. Like, I mean, of course, it's really hard to be logical when you're just totally in your emotions. But, yeah. Ten of Wands. Of course, you're feeling burdened by the Five of Cups, by this deep depression. But it feels like whatever this was, this ending, this harsh ending, it is going to bring in some good fortune in some way. Something's going to happen. Maybe it's going to cause you to do something you normally wouldn't do. It like what it feels like is like, say you have a fear of skydiving and you're like, no, like, I'm afraid of heights, I will never do that, like, I'm not gonna, there's just no way. But then you're so stuck in this depression or in this heartache that you kind of don't feel, and you're outside of yourself, so you just take the leap and you decide to try skydiving and literally take the leap, right? And the reason you have no fear is because you're I guess you're depressed, like you're just in a different state of mind. And it feels like that's what this is, like being in this burden, like, depression that you're in. It's going to cause you to make some sort of move in a direction that you normally wouldn't make. Like, say if you were in a relationship with somebody, you would play it safe, and anything you did, maybe it revolved around this person, or you and this person's future. So you you thought about that person before you made any moves, or yeah, that's totally what it feels like. But now that this person's not there anymore, it's like now you're gonna step out of this like comfort zone, or this old way of being, and you're just gonna do something just like totally off the freaking wall that you normally wouldn't do, or you're gonna say yes to something when in the past you would always say no, or because now that person's not around to consider anymore, so that leaves you wide open to accepting and doing anything you want. And that freedom is going to bring you this wheel of fortune. It's going to take you to another place that you would have never been able to go to without all this heartbreak and stuff. But I mean, there's a Seven of Swords, and it says trust no one. So maybe this is how you're going to feel after this situation. You're going to feel like you can't trust anybody. And when it comes to love, or to letting somebody into your life, whether it's like a friendship or more, you're going to be very strategic on how you handle the situation, or who you let into your world. And then there's the Hangman. So it's like, it almost feels like maybe part of the strategy is taking a pause on love. Like maybe you're going to be left feeling a little bitter, and you're going to be careful with who you let into your life, which is a good thing. Oh, One spark, one chance. Ace of Wands. So there is going to be a passionate new beginning, or maybe it's just going to be sex, but there's going to be a passionate new beginning, and it's going to come after you heal. It says, hope glows even in the fallout. So the situation, while it might have changed you forever and really hurt you to your core, you still carry hope in your heart, which is good. And this hope is going to bring you to the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. It just feels like, with the 3 of Swords right after that, it feels like it is going to take some time for this to happen. But then after the 3 of Swords, you have the 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. You know, celebration, working with someone, working with others. 333. Is there any advice for this situation? Well, we have the Page of Cups and Death, and the Moon and the Lovers. So what you don't see is this whole situation made room for something bigger, something else that this is funny. Death is transition, right? But in this Death card, it's not the end, just a sequel, and it says welcome back. So maybe what you don't see is that you will end up, you know, fixing the situation after some time or some change, or maybe that situation wasn't the right one and it's something completely different, something else that you go back to. But going back to situations is rough, because a lot of times it just doesn't work out and you end up hurting yourself over and over again. 7 of Wands is here, so you know, you gotta defend your heart. But you know, you will successfully get over whatever this is. It's just going to take some time. But then here's the 8 of Wands, so maybe it won't take as much time as you're thinking it will take. You know, when you're going through something horrible and you're in the moment, it feels like it's taking longer than you want it to take. I mean, of course, especially if it's painful. Let me see. Toxic environment. Snooping. So if this is you and you want to snoop on this person, I would not. Just let it be, because that's just hurting yourself more. Or it might be them snooping on you to make sure that in some capacity, because they want you, with that Emperor reverse, they're enjoying you being in some sort of pain. So maybe they're just checking up to make sure that you're still in pain, or maybe they're watching you, the ex, they're watching you in pain for the moment, but there's also self-love. So, you know, you will do the work that's required for, can you see that? The work that's required for healing. And if they're snooping on you, they're going to see you healing too. And eventually, if they get joy out of your pain, I really hope that you don't go back to them. But, you know, they're also going to see you rise from the ashes. They feel guilt stress, anxiety, ashamed, remorseful, or somebody does. Red flags. Maybe the red flags were there. Maybe part of the healing process could be thinking back and looking at those red flags that maybe you missed. Not just their red flags, but also your own red flags, because, I know that in most of my past relationships that didn't work out, I know I had my part where maybe I reacted wrong, or I had my own red flags, and, there's no shame in that. I mean, part of healing is also reflecting on where you could improve your life for yourself, or so you don't repeat the same habits again, or you don't fall for the same type of person again, or you don't fall for that same ex that comes back when you know that they just want to see you hurt. So maybe if they're seeing you healed and they come back, it's just to hurt you again. You never know, but by really reflecting on the red flags of both parties, you'll get more clarity as to how to handle the situation. And maybe you're the one that had, maybe you healing your own red flags, well, not maybe, for sure, by healing your own red flags, it's going to help you in the future. It's going to help you in future relationships, when it comes to any kind of relationship, really. Let me see. What is this? Netflix and chill. But, maybe this is advice for you. Like, maybe it's I know for me right now, because I had a rough day. Netflix and chill sounds amazing right now. I could go for some Gilmore Girls and some junk food. This person's secretive, sneaky, dishonest, mysterious, hiding information. I mean, this could be them or you. Again, either way, but it kind of feels like them. Stubborn. Forever kind of love. Maybe you thought that this was a different type of love. And maybe that's what's causing like the Ten of Swords that just seems to be replaying in your mind, is that you really thought there was something different here. But, this could also be like, the divine, whatever you believe, intervening and making room for something that's better suited for you, especially with this right place, right time card. It says alignment, divine timing, meant to be. So something beautiful is coming in, but first, that hard work has to take place. And you want to make sure it takes place. I mean, do the work, because you just end up getting into something else and you're not healed. It's going to be a repeated cycle again, just different person. And who needs that? You got conflict resolution. Conflict resolution. I can't even speak today. Compromising, making amends, rebuilding trust, positive outcome. And then on the bottom of the deck, it says, Spirit got you. Protection signs, you're guided. Conflict resolution. I kind of feel like pulling on that. What is this conflict resolution? What is this conflict resolution? Four of Wands. It's like happiness. It's sometimes a marriage card. Could be twin flames, 1111. you know, twin flames. Ugh. Then there's the Five of Cups, but with this Five of Cups, it's like 2 cups are upright, 2 are spilled, 1 sideways. It feels like feeling the pain and working through it, and realizing where those opportunities are to improve yourself and really doing the work. And it's not easy work at all. Anything else with this Three of Cups celebration? I mean, it could be a third party interference, but I don't feel like that. I feel like this is going to be maybe a celebration for yourself. Like doing the work and feeling proud of yourself for doing the work. Once you see the results of what doing the work will do for you. I always get hot when I'm doing tarot. I don't know why. It's like I start. It's crazy. The Hanged Man and the Queen of Swords. The way what I feel from this combination is taking a pause and reflecting and healing those wounds, whatever wounds it is that makes you feel like that maybe you deserve feeling this pain, or whatever it is that's keeping you, you know, either stuck in repeated cycles or toxic relationships, or maybe what has prevented you from doing the work in the past, like that shadow work. But it feels like taking a pause and getting your power back, learning to stand your ground. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles comes after all this. Yeah. Oh, and the Six of Wands on the bottom of this deck. Yeah. Life can't suck forever, right? It just it helps us appreciate the good times for sure. And I know for me today really was rough, but you know, who knows? Maybe tomorrow's going to be great. Or the next day, or the next week, or the next month, who knows? But I do know that, you know, bad days don't last forever. I hope this helped whoever. The end.